I got a sudden message from my friend who moved to Kagawa prefecture. He apparently caught a cold and couldn't get out of bed. I didn't feel like he had to call me all the way out in Miyazaki prefecture though. Didn't he have any other friends nearby? And if he was going to call me from so far away, why didn't he call his parents or family instead? Anyway, that weekend I went to visit his new place. We have been friends since we were kids after all. Even though he's a big guy, he always followed me around like he was hiding in my shadow. And it had been about 5 years since I last heard his voice. To be honest, it made me happy that he remembered me at a time like this. Apparently he lived alone in a tiny one-room apartment. Come to think of it, how much younger than me was he again? Wasn't he still in high school? Why was he living alone in a place like that? Maybe there was something up with his parents. Carelessly, his door was unlocked. At any rate, I knocked once and then opened it. The room stank like something rotting, and I nearly threw up. Yo, Hosoda, you okay? Of course you're not, hahaha. I said and walked around opening up all the windows. First of all, I had to do something about that stuffy smell, otherwise I'd get sick too. As I aired the place out, I turned again to look at Hosoda. He laid curled under the blanket, only his face poking out. He looked at me painfully as I approached. He really didn't look well, but it wasn't like me being there would make him feel any better either. If he really felt that bad, then maybe he should go to the hospital. Kambayashi-kun, thank you. Seriously, thank you. It's fine. You'd do the same for me. But you really don't look so good. When did you catch this cold? About a year ago. A year? I couldn't believe my ears. There was no way he'd been like this for an entire year. He must have meant that for the last year he'd been getting colds on and off. That was normal. There was no other way he could have meant it. But something bothered me. What if he really had been laid up like this for the whole year? For some reason, this question flared to life and stuck itself to my brain. But I couldn't ask him about it. I was scared of how he might answer. I don't think I have much longer left. What are you saying, Hosoda? That's not like you. What's got you so down? Hey, Kambayashi-kun, we're friends, right? What's this all of a sudden? Cheer up, man. At that moment, something seemed to move under Hosoda's blanket. When I say move, I don't mean that it shifted sideways. It was like something billowing near his lower half. Both his hands were under the blanket, so maybe he was playing some kind of prank. Seriously, this was no time for this nonsense. I've been sick here like this for an entire year. Hosoda casually answered the question on my mind. But if that were true, how had he stayed alive all this time? An entire year? You were in bed all that time? Yeah, I've barely been able to eat either. That's why I don't have much longer to live. You've barely eaten? You're telling me that you haven't eaten anything for the last year, but you're still alive? So, I wanted to give you something when I pass. This blanket. I'm giving it to you, so please use it, okay? He smiled weakly, creeping me out. Quit fooling around. I'm not taking that. I'm going home now. Afraid to stay there any longer, I ran out of the apartment. I could hear Hosoda calling out my name over and over behind me, but I didn't turn around. To be honest, I wanted nothing more to do with the whole situation. A week later, I received a large parcel. Hosoda sent me the blanket. Of course, I threw it out. Who on earth would be happy receiving something like that? What's wrong? You haven't been to school lately. You don't look so good. A few days later, my girlfriend Numiko came to see me. Yeah, I feel like crap. Hey, something stinks. I think it's that blanket. Yeah, that's the culprit. Wash it or something. It's turning yellow. Ugh, looks like it's moldy. Wash it? Why would I do that? I tossed it out. So then, why is it here? It keeps coming back. Even if I throw it out or burn it, it keeps returning, like it's watching over me. I'm going nuts. Another week later, I could no longer be bothered to leave the house, so I continued to miss school. Then Numiko came to see me again. Hey, what's wrong? And that's that same blanket, isn't it? Yeah. Gross! Why on earth are you sleeping with that? It's no good. I can't get out from beneath it. What the hell does that mean? How should I know? There's something about this thing. Hey, it's moving. Are you really, at a time like this? Hey, Numiko, we're a couple, right? What's this all of a sudden? Yeah, we are. And? If I die, I'll leave this blanket to you, so please use it, okay?